to the easy part! Welcome to the easy part! Back issues bleed through the timeline torn. Silver Age echoes, modern age born. Speculators hunt, chasing that grail. Slab it, grade it, cannon prevails. Bubble screams, ink in my veins. Bullets loaded, continuity chains. Every run, every arc, every bleed. FOMO flames feed the market's greed. Raw slab, the hype is alive. Trending heat keeps the legends revive. Welcome to the Universe, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slab it, grade it, immortal power. Universe, canon forged in a universe curse. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Flip that spec, pump and dump dreams. Holy grail whispers, tear at the seams. Market spikes in the rumor mill's breath. Crossovers ink the line of death. Footnotes trace the collector's code. White pages pure in a mylar hold. Investment grade, sealed in a tomb. But the panels still scream, they boom. Back issue fire, collector's sin. Every variant cover pulls you back in. Welcome to the Universe, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slab it, grade it, immortal pain. Universe, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Flip it, press it, spec it, grade it. Canon's eternal, you can't escape it. KSU, Arc eternal, bleed through you. Welcome to the Universe, where the panels break and the stories burst. First appearance, history made. Slab it, grade it, immortal pain. Universe, canon forged in a universe cursed. From golden to modern, the story survives through the bleed of the page. It stays alive. Flip it, press it, spec it, grade it. Canon's eternal, you can't escape it. KSU, Arc eternal, bleed through you. Welcome to the Universe, where the panels break and the stories burst.
And we're live. Ooh, I don't like this look. This look sucks. There we go. That's a little better. You're back in the office, man.
Yes, I am.
What's going on? You can't make it home?
No, this was a late work night, and it was a very, very difficult day, and here I am.
Well, as you can see, I kept the room a little darker today, just for the, to keep the aesthetic, and because this is
for the spooky season.
Yeah, this is our spooky episode and stuff like that. So we got some spooky stuff.
It would have been real nice if I could have made it home.
Yes, it would have been nice because we could have had the dark room and all that stuff. But I decided the nice orange light.
My yellow jacket some more. It would have been great.
You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's say what's up to the people in the chat before we even get started, man. But again, there is a question for everybody, and that question is, what is your favorite Halloween candy? I put the question up, so go ahead, let us know what it is. And immediately, Papa Wheelie gives us, I tube feed, so I don't know. I know what he means when he says that. But I think it's funny that he's saying that. So we got Rod the Rican. What's up, my man? Wepa. Look at this. Lee from Whack Comics is in the house. And apparently so is Omnibo. So apparently we got some Australian love going on here.
Hey, Australian love for me all the time.
You know what I'm saying? And we got, this is a mad song. Send it to me. Why am I going to give you my song? It's copyrighted.
I think he just wants a copy.
He wants a copy, right? Well, you can use this song. It's not the Aussie verse. It's the Izzy verse. All right.
Can you imagine?
Just say someone with an accent sung it.
And it's different. It's different. What do you call it? It's different. It's different markets. So like your copyright may not be good over there.
That's a possibility, right? All right. Yeah, need it to be more collected editions. All right, this is a mega long intro. Well, you get a 5-minute waiting period, so I put it up 5 minutes before the time we start, and that's how you get it. Now, we ran a little late today, but that's not just a little late. So that's why I do a little 5-minute intro and stuff like that. That's why it is. And there goes Bo. We're ready to his first cuss word, right?
Who loves you, baby? Hey,
all right.
Dante, who loves you?
Yeah, what's going on? Just seen Izzy's heart. I got your second book here. I may or may not send it. Just saying. All right. The real James Willie, what's going on, my man? James Willie was such a helpful guy over at C3. We'll talk a little bit about C3. And returning to the show, the one, the only, Las Cruces. And I don't know what the VH4 OE is. What's going on here? We're getting numbers afterwards now. All right. Hello from Nuevo Mexico. That's what I'm talking about. I'm never gonna get that. Let's be real. Hey, dude, there's always a possibility. There is always a possibility.
Hey, if it's a C3 win, he should absolutely get it.
It's not my fault.
Well,
I'm just saying. That Venom is still with Simon, so don't look at me.
Don't let Simon own that Venom. That's the problem.
Well, he's owned it already for a year now. So
I don't care. I don't care how sexy Simon's tongue is. You can't let him have it.
Mr. 845 Social is in the house. That reminds me, we are going to be talking about something that's coming up this weekend. Am I right?
That's right. Yes.
That's right. So go ahead and let them know, what are we doing this weekend, Cliff?
We are going to be at Icon this Saturday.
Well, it's a new name now. It's called Icon Comic Con.
Listen, I'm sorry.
I know.
The old name.
I'm stuck with the old name as well. You know what I'm saying?
Icon Comic Con 4, November 1st, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Fishkill Recreation Center on Route 52, Fishkill, New York. Izzy will be there. I'll be there. That's, first of all, like, all the reason that you should come.
You know what I'm saying? Just to see us yell at each other. We may even have some more people showing up as well. And I think we might do a live stream. Right? Yeah. We might do a live stream.
Ryan G. Brown will be there, the cool Ryan Brown. Martin Zavala. Kevin
Just,
Rugman, voice actor Patrick Hickey Jr. and Danny Kramer. I'm telling you, 792 Route 52, Fishkill, New York.
we'll be there. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be doing some stuff. I'll be doing stuff. My girls have some bracelets they're gonna be selling, so that's gonna be some fun too. And we'll be chilling. We'll be getting stuff. We might be getting stuff for the show.
Ooh.
Yeah, we might be getting stuff for the show. So that's gonna be some fun stuff.
We're gonna be doing
Right.
comics and coffee live right from the show.
Yep, there you go. And
gonna hate
Omnibo's
it.
gonna be there. Omnibo's gonna be there. Oh, and
Omnibo's gonna be there in spirit.
Danny Kramer is on Disney now. FYI, thank you for letting us know. So that's what's going to be happening this weekend. We're going to have a lot of fun there. We've been waiting for a while for this. It's All Saints Day that day, so it's the day after Halloween. But maybe we'll keep the Halloween theme alive. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Right?
You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's all part of the Day of the Dead.
Yeah, it's all that fun stuff, all that spookiness, and then all that stuff like that. So we're gonna talk a little bit about some stuff, but we do have a rack pack that I have to show off to everybody because the rack pack next week we are going to announce our winner. The way you are in part of the Izzy's rack pack, and this is gonna be a heavy box.
It's gonna be heavy.
Heavy, dude.
A heavy box.
It's already heavy. Look at all that's in the pack right now.
It's a really big package.
And we could add more today. And we could definitely add more today. So
and we could add even more to
yeah,
a
we could
really big package.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be a bigger package.
It could be a bigger package.
Are you hearing
I know what you're saying. I know what you're doing. I don't know
what I'm doing or what
So
I'm
starting
saying.
with Batman Dark Victory. This is good. This was a New York Comic Con exclusive, that a panel exclusive. So that's going to be part of it. Speaking of Halloween, we got the Harley Quinn Elvira Ashcan. That's going to be in the box.
Speaking of a good arrival, there you go.
All right. Wildcats covert action teams. DC Comics. This is the retro 90s foil goodness. Nice. What? Chromium, right? Chrome. That's what we call this. Chromium.
Yeah.
Chromium. So that's part of the pack. You got Exquisite Corpses, Jenny Frizen Virgin variant, including the card from New York Comic Con. So that's going to be part of that pack. You got the DC Vertical Preview. This was a New York Comic Con exclusive as well. So that was part of it. You got Avengers 31, the CGC exclusive. So you only got this if you submitted to CGC. So that's going to be part of the pack. You have the Lionsgate Films, not for sale, facsimile of the first appearance.
Why is it from Lionsgate Films of all places?
Because this came out during the original Punisher movie. That's how this is actually pretty old. So there's some value to this book. This book has some value.
Just un poquito
value. We got DCKO, the acetate cover. Here's a character that's going to make.
It's the A cover.
It's the A cover, but it's still the acetate. This is the first cover appearance of the Maker. The Maker. We got that. We have the Mortal Thor, the J. Scott Campbell variant.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what book this is, but this is a Spider-Man done by John Jang. It's a virgin cover.
It's beautiful.
Last week we were talking all about Mark Spears, so we got the trio. The absolute trio. You got the Wonder Woman, absolute. You got the Batman. You got the Superman. All that's part of it.
I gotta tell you, last week was the Mark Spears week of the Mark Spears year. You know
what I'm saying?
It really was.
It really, really was, man. Avengers 24 featuring everybody's favorite land shark.
Jeffy.
Another exclusive. You're gonna get Spider-Gwen issue. This is issue number 2. Am I right? Issue number 2.
Yes.
This is the Virgin variant, only available at New York Comic Con. So this is an exclusive as well. Look at that. Ooh, featuring the first appearance of that character. What's the name of that character now?
Oh, do you think I can remember?
Aren't you the one that remembers all that stuff?
Listen, when they make a name for themselves,
I don't know. Speaking of Mark Spears, I still have an unopened blind bag
Is that going into the mix too?
This is already in the box. It's part of the box. I don't know if what's in here, and who knows what could be in here. So this book alone could be worth it. Right?
There could be a golden ticket.
It could be a golden ticket. And speaking about golden, we got the blank of Spawn. And yes, it will come with a sketch. So when the winner is announced, that winner gets to let me know who they want in this cover. Please let it be from the Spawn universe. You know what I'm saying? So this is Spawn 339. This is the blank. I love that it has the bleed. So that's cool.
I'm just picturing like someone being like, all right, I want David the Gnome venomized. And you're like, what?
We'll see. And now we got some bangers. We got Amazing Spider-Man 328. We all know this image right here.
Gut punch.
And it's in a newsie. It's a newsie. All right, this book is valued about $40 by itself. We got a signed copy of Superman by Jim Lee with the COA.
With the COA.
And where's that signature? There's the signature. Look at that. He did the signature in gold. And finally, we got the slab. Spider-Man 2099 number 1. This is a 9.2 slab. This is all going to be part of the Rat Pack. And there's two ways you can do it. You could either, one, become a Rat Pack member. You can start as low as 99 cents a month. And that's all you have to do is hit that join button and you'll be part of it. Or you could leave a super chat. And when you leave a super chat of any size, we're going to add, and I do have 5 books that we're going to add. All five books I'll say are Halloween themed in some way. I'm going to just say in some way they're Halloween themed. For the most part, maybe 4 of them. but the one that's not, that's a first appearance. And it's a key. So all you have to do is leave a super chat of any size. Once the super chat's announced, you get to pick which letter, A, B, C, D, or E, and that takes care of it. So that's going to be today. We got the 5, and then we'll announce our winner next week. That was a lot of stuff, man. I see Joffrey Castro just came in. What's up, Joffrey? And yeah, a lot of fire. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the news. You ready to talk about the headlines for this week?
I mean, I guess I am.
We're going to have to talk about this week's headlines. So it is definitely time for the headlines. All right. Let me get this. That's more like it. So this news dropped this week. Transformers and the Energon Universe will be getting an adult animated series. I'm excited. I'm generally excited.
I'm excited too.
Like, this is good stuff.
It's real brutal when this news is like 4 or 5 days old now. So
it's a weekly show. It's not like I could do this on a daily basis.
No, I know you can't. I'm just
saying, I got
like,
that's new for today.
It's the fact that I have to like re-summon the initial excitement, from like the first time, and it's like, oh my gosh! Like all I care about is like
5 days old too.
I don't care. I care about one thing. I just let Amazon get it. Amazon's done a pretty damn good job with Invincible. That's
the whole thing. That's where I question whether Amazon's going to get it or not, because this is Hasbro, and Hasbro has an agreement with Paramount because Paramount did the movies. So therefore, with that being said, it might actually end up in Paramount TV. I know they would want it.
And they should want it because they need to do something, because all this, what are they doing? Jerking, teabagging, whatever it is that they're doing with Warner Brothers.
Well, the Warner Brothers deal, the latest I heard about the Warner Brothers deal is that now they're planning to keep James Gunn regardless of what happens. So if Paramount buys it, which it looks like Paramount's gonna be the winner, It sounds like, and who knows, someone could just swoop right in and just take it. Netflix, Apple,
Just not Disney. Just not Disney.
Just not Disney. We don't want Disney to own. I don't want Disney to own WB at all.
No one wants that.
At all.
Crisis on Secret Infinite Multi-Wars.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, the new universe, Superman was rocketed to Earth, and Thor became as Thor showed up. Like,
that would be so bad.
The Avengers were formed. This time they're led by Wonder Woman.
Yeah, we don't need that. We want them to be separate. Oh, imagine Disney and the Looney Tunes. That's not good.
Well, we would get Roger Rabbit too, wouldn't we?
But Roger Rabbit, isn't Roger Rabbit a Disney property already? The Rabbit himself is a Disney property.
But that negotiated deal was for both studios.
Yeah.
Did that, yeah.
So Roger Rabbit is technically Disney, but it was all the characters that were in it was all part of an agreement that they had. It was the first of its kind. It wasn't the last of its kind, because I don't know if you remember years ago. I'm talking about maybe early 90s, maybe even late 80s. There was a PSA show series, just some PSA, after school type of event that they did to like about drugs and stuff like that, where it featured all of the cartoon characters.
I know, but that's not the same. That's
no, that was a big deal, dude.
I mean, to an extent, but like not.
That was a big deal, man. All the characters that showed up on that thing,
dude, is like the tiniest PSA.
It was the tiniest, but it counts. It counts.
Memory.
It counts. I watched that thing multiple. I bought the video. There was a video that was associated with it. That's how cool that was to me.
Well, obviously it had a much bigger impact on you.
It did, man. I didn't do drugs, guys, because of that cartoon. I did not do drugs.
I feel like there's more to it than
that. So I'm super stoked about it. I want to see it. I want to see Void Rivals. I want to see G.I. Joe. I want to see the Transformers. What I don't want to see is what happens to Bumblebee. But I feel like they're gonna do it. I don't want justice for Bumblebee, man. Yeah, you see, Bo knows what I'm talking about. See, it had Michelangelo, it had Slimer, it had Winnie the Pooh, it had a whole bunch of characters.
Oh, okay. It was even worse than I remember.
No, it was huge, dude. It had so many. I think the Smurfs were in it on as well. It was crazy, man. It was all the Saturday morning cartoons at the time. They all showed up because they all wanted to fight against drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
It was like a whole half hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was more like a 25-minute thing. But
it's a half hour.
It was commercial free. I remember it was commercial free. Yeah. Kids cracking. So Joffrey's asking where you're at.
I said my office.
That's what he did say. Well, he just showed up, man. You got to give him. He showed up a little later, man. All right.
I'm sorry, Joffrey. You know I love you.
All right. So there you have it. Transformers, G.I. Joe, Void Rivals. Anything that you're excited to see about this series? Like you said, you wanted it at Amazon.
I want to see it.
You wanted it at Amazon. You wanted it at Amazon. That's
like it on Amazon. I'll be happy with it at Paramount. Just don't ruin this. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, because they could absolutely ruin this. Like,
I agree. Our boy Austin LeMay is also in the house. Austin, congratulations, man! You are the best timekeeper I've ever seen.
He was fabulous, and he won my grand prize too.
You guys was like timekeeper, kept quiet, didn't say a thing, just hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's that.
He was great. He was great, and also our best-looking timekeeper.
That is true. That is a whole bunch of stuff going on in the background of this thing. I don't want Adobe. These ads are so annoying. Let's see here. That's so weird. Okay, so our next subject that we're going to be talking about. Let's see. You see that? Look at all this spam in the background. It's ridiculous. All right, Jeremy Renner is in discussions to play Hawkeye again, and they're talking about a second season of Hawkeye.
Yeah, fabulous. Let's do it.
So, how did you like Hawkeye? Did you like Hawkeye?
Of course, I liked Hawkeye. I loved
it was
Hawkeye.
mixed.
Hawkeye
It was mixed.
Hawkeye was one of the best things
I enjoyed it.
Disney LaPoo released. Like Hawkeye was phenomenal.
Yeah,
I loved everything about it, and we got White Widow in there. We got my homegirl in there being Hawkeye too. We got everything. We even got that sassy, savage, worst mother ever bitch playing the worst mother ever again. She is Venture. What's her name? Vermiglia, whatever. Her.
I don't remember.
I love her. She's amazing, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing on Bates Motel. She's amazing here.
Yeah.
You just call in someone who needs to be she just calls someone in who needs to be a bad mother, like in a Godzilla movie.
A Mother Hubbard.
She is there. She is there to remind people that they can have crazy, wicked mothers, and just amazing.
So they did ask him. They did mention it to him. They asked him, "Hey, are you coming back?" Because there was this discussion about the money.
But the first time they talked about it with him, they didn't want to pay him his money.
Well, I know, and he should get paid. He's like one of the only living Avengers now. So,
I know. And look at what's her name, who was one of Thanos' crew. And they're like, "Oh, come back for the movie." And she's like, "Yeah, you got to pay me. Come back for Endgame." She's like, "I didn't come back for Endgame because they weren't going to pay me."
Yeah, but she was the type that could be replaced. Now, I'm not saying I think it's right.
And she didn't replace her. She's just not there.
Well, no, she's there. The character's there, but it's not her.
Dude, the character is not there.
The character is there.
Where is she?
Towards the back, especially when like the ladies show up.
She's not actually in it.
No,
it's the illusion of her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The character, dude. I'm not saying the actress. I said the character.
Whatever. She's nowhere.
CGI goodness and all that fun stuff.
She's nowhere in that movie where it counts. Let's be honest.
So
she's
now,
nowhere where it counts.
So now that Clinton Barton is most likely coming back,
Clinton Barton, yes.
How would you like to see? What would be your story to tell? For Hawkeye.
He's stripped naked and crucified, surrounded by hand ninjas. Oh, wait, sorry, wrong movie.
Yeah, definitely wrong movie. This is not the type of show here, man. Help me, Lord.
Listen, there's so many great stories that they could go with at this point. They actually did a very good job with his first season.
Mm-hmm.
If we have the same people working on the season 2, I would love to see him. You know what? I'd even like, what's his brother's name? Trick Shot. Let's meet his brother. Let's see what happens there.
That'd be cool. Do some Trick Shot. Swordsmaster needs his moment though.
We saw him for a brief second somewhere else, didn't we?
He was in Daredevil. He showed up in Daredevil. He didn't really have much, and that's the thing. He got blackmailed by Kingpin, if you remember.
Yeah.
So he might show up in the second half of Daredevil, which it's called the second season, but it's really the second half. So
I thought they were called I don't consider it a second half. The first season is the first season. They took 18 half hours, jammed them together into 1 hour episodes, and made a season.
I don't think they were half hour episodes. I think they were 18 episodes.
That's what I'm saying. They took 18 half hour episodes and jammed them together.
No, they did it. The second half has not been shown.
No,
we only got.
It is not the same.
We'll see.
There's a production time difference in the 2 seasons.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. Well, there you have it, guys. Jeremy Renner
is there, and that's all I care about.
Jeremy Renner is returning. Now, here's another subject matter for you that I think you're interested. And here's, man, what's with these ads, man? In the background, it's so sick.
This is what you get for not having a pop-up blocker.
Well, it is. It's not the pop-up blocker. It's just the background because these stupid websites, they just go crazy with this. Like, who wants Adobe? You want Adobe Power Acrobat?
No one actually wants it.
Okay. So here's another one that's pretty old too. This came out on Friday, in fact. James Tynion IV and Wortham the Elder are now moving Something's Killing the Children over to Blumhouse. And Blumhouse is going to produce and create a movie and an animated series about Something's Killing the Children set in that world. So my real question is, what happened to Netflix?
Well, you know what? I don't know. These things fall through the cracks, as we're told.
Mm-hmm.
So anyhow, like I think this is good news, but
I think it's great news, actually.
Well, no, I'm not going to call it great news until we actually see something.
I agree to that, but I'm at the point.
What happened with Netflix? There was all this Netflix hype, and then we got nothing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, oh, this is nice. Until I see something, this is nice.
Yeah. Well, here's my thing. It's because it's Blumhouse. I'm more excited for it because I'm going to get the horror elements I really want. Which, don't get me wrong, I think Netflix could do horror, but not in the same way as Blumhouse, man. Blumhouse is notorious for doing horror. And do it good, at a good budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so they do. They do great with that.
So, I see that happening. My curiosity is how are they going to do it? I'm thinking Something's Killing the Children is a movie, and they'll probably do House of Slaughter as like the animated series. And keep it like that.
Possibly.
You know what I mean? How would you do it?
I mean, I feel like that's a good suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I would do like a little bit of a blend of both.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly, I would be perfectly okay with that. With a House of Slaughter, Something's Killing the Children animated series, I'd be fine.
Yeah, I think it will be House of Slaughter. It just makes more sense to me that they'll do that. They'll make that into an animated series that may actually end up on Amazon.
That may actually end up on Amazon, right?
Oh, wouldn't that be funny if it ends up on Netflix? Like, oh yeah, we got the show anyway. So that's exciting to know. And those are your headlines for today. Let's get rid of this crap. I don't want this anymore. It's annoying me. So Cliff.
So, sir.
How was your excitement for C3 this weekend?
Oh, it was very stressful and exciting. It was really lovely. There was so much going on.
Yeah. So I have a boatload of packages to send out.
I have a small nestle of packages to send
No,
out.
I got a stack, man.
Austin. One is huge for Austin. Austin, who still has not sent me his address information. he won a big ass prize for me, and he's just chill. Oh wait, he did. I'm an asshole.
And there's your first cuss word of the day. All right. Random Reads, what's up, Kevin? Something is Killing the Children. I just read the first 12 issues and loved it. I hope they do a live action series of Exquisite Corpse eventually. That will be great. One story at a time, I'm going to say. Keep it at that, There he goes. Austin's giving you his LOLs.
I just found it now, and I'm like, okay, I'm the a-hole.
Yeah. So we're going to keep things in a Halloween theme and stuff like that. So my question for you, Cliff, before we go back to let's get back to C3 for a minute. You had how many streams did you partake in? I know you had your show.
Partake in like what way? Support and watch?
Well, more be involved in like
only mine.
So only yours. So tell me a little bit about what was going on in your show, because that was happening on Sunday. And
so I was very invested in trying to be entertaining and raising money. So I came up with this whole shenanigans of like people can pay $25 to get on a wheel, and then I have C-Bizzle and Brother John's Comics, and then at last minute DJ Links all answer trivia questions to plump up the piles, right?
Yeah.
And so that was kind of fun, and we ended up doing that for 6 packages, right? And then the final grand prize was a whole bunch of stuff I had set aside, and then Bruce from Kingdom of Nerds added in a whole bunch of really cool stuff. He added in an Alex Ross, 2 Mark Spears, one of them being a slab. It's just phenomenal. And of course, that's what Austin won. So the Bone Baltimore Comic Con yearbook is in there. My 9.8 slab, David Nakayama, Spider Gwen, Thor Gwen, whatever we call her, that's in there. A whole foil set of Batman Hush is in there. Like, it was great, but it was very stressful trying to come up with all that, trying to make all these like comic book collections come together. Shout out to Phil from Council Comics. Thanks to him, I had a bunch of stuff. Shout out to Anthony and Alternaverse, who gave me a couple books shout out to Benny, who got me the Baltimore Comic-Con VIP
Oh, cool.
thing, like to go in there. So all of that contributed. And anyhow, I thought it was a really good time. I mean, I was a little bit nervous, but I thought we were having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we raised almost $800.
That's great. I know in my show, I didn't calculate the total amount. However, so I partaked in 2 shows. Oh, actually 3.
Right, you had the sketchy show, K-pop show, and then one more.
Good morning. I was at Legion's for a few.
Yeah.
So I was at Legion's there, and I gave a Spider Boy, first appearance of Spider Boy, and the first Wolverine. So remember from our show that we did with Paul, I did the Wolverine. The Wolverine, I gave that one. I also gave that one as part of the donation. So there was those 2 books. I think there was something else. Oh yeah, and of course, our good pal Austin, Aussieverse Omnibo, he ended up getting the Carnage piece that he may or may not receive. We'll find out what happens there.
Send it to the right place, darn it.
It wasn't my fault. What's up, L. Ron Hubbard? Yeah, this whole dash in the end thing is so annoying. That sucks, man, that they're doing that now. So I did that. Then I had the sketchy show, and in the sketchy show, I had Roscoe in the show. I had my friend Gary. I had another friend, Ray Felix, show up. Those are some of my locals. Oh my gosh, Austin showed up, and he was doing a piece as well.
No, you had a stacked show of art.
Oh, we had 5 hours of art, and we were just drawing. We were chatting. We were doing our thing. We were raising a lot of money. It was really cool. And then afterwards, I decided to stop by for a K-pop show for about an hour. I only stood there for about an hour because I was exhausted and I had to do something in the morning anyway. So I did some stuff there. Overall, it was fantastic. I know we raised up a good amount of money, but I am so happy to announce, as of today, as of right now, if you go into the website, it is currently at $65,100.
Much to my happy chagrin, if such a word.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm so happy for the American Cancer Society, and I'm so effing depressed for me. Because I never wanted a tattoo, but I will be getting one here.
Yes, so tell us now. Let us talk about the ever-present tattoo. For those that don't know, which I think is everybody knows by now, but tell us
the story.
Tell us about the tattoo now, because this is very important.
So Tyler, what's his screen name? Shattered Glass. But anyhow, so Tyler. Yeah.
We have White Comics here somewhere if he's still around.
Yeah, Tyler had promised a tramp stamp years ago. If Comic Screen Cancer hit a certain number, right?
Yes, I think that it had to hit 50 at the time.
Right. So last year it hit around 55, and I was like, hey, if we can get to 60, I'll get it. I'll get the tattoo. I'll get a tattoo. Now I didn't say that tattoo, a tattoo, right? So this is where people have gotten confused. And I had said it would be the Comic Screen Cancer tattoo. So then this year I was like, okay, if we actually hit 60,000 this year, I will get the Comic Screen Cancer tattoo on my shoulder. Apparently, as soon as I said I'll get a tattoo, people lost their minds. I have so many disappointing DMs of people like, oh, what are you doing when you're getting this and that? And I'm like, y'all need to stop. It is a shoulder tattoo. It's the Comic Screen Cancer logo. That's it. It's not anything else. It's
what
not
about a shoulder, like right here, like right back shoulder? You gonna do the arm?
This. Yeah, whatever. The arm, whatever.
Yeah.
So, I am not a tattoo person. Many of my family members have it. My mom is not a tattoo person. Every time somebody gets a tattoo, my mom's like, but so of course my friend David,
everybody's asking the question.
Well, you know what? Rewind. I had a busy day of work, so here I am. So so my friend Dave was like, oh, I want to watch. I'm like, you're not watching. And he goes, "Oh, what are you getting?" And I was like, "I'm getting the logo on my shoulder." "Oh, how did your mom react? Did she lose her mind?" I said, "Actually, she took it really well because she's like, well, it's nice that this is for charity." And he's like, "Oh," it's like I killed like all the enthusiasm for him, you know.
So Mark from Legion of Comics. Now that he's here, man, we got to give a shout out to Mark, Rob Fatsack, DJ Lynx, and of course Austin LeMay.
And Austin LeMay for being for transforming not a trifecta, but a quadfecta of comic screen cancer leadership in these dark times where we can show the world that for one weekend we can be the heroes and help people who are in need, either supporting their loved ones who are facing cancer or getting the proper treatment that they need.
Yeah, so huge shout out to the guys, man. They did a great job, and everybody that was involved. You know,
I mean, we did okay.
Everybody that was involved, everybody was doing their part, and this is like one of the best times of the years for us, especially because this is the community actually working together as a community. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're in this corner and that corner. We're doing things here, but this is one of those rare occasions that we actually all get together for one common cause, and we want to fight against cancer. So, again, thank you everybody for being a part of it. I look forward to next year. I'm excited for next year. I'm already thinking about some of the things to do for next year. So, and that doesn't mean this year isn't over. So we still, if anybody still wants to donate, please take the opportunity to donate, and you can still donate to Comics Curing Cancer. All right. What would you like to do first? You want to do our picks, or do you want to do spec it, slab it, sell it?
Let's do our picks, because spec it, slab it, sell it, is like my, is like my big fire up.
Yeah, and you have no idea what's in it either, so we're definitely gonna do it. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna be doing our. So I asked Cliff earlier this morning. I said, Cliff, pick 5 Halloween themed books that you want. All right.
Did you like my picks?
I like your picks. I think there was a lot of diversity in the picks as well, which I think was really cool. So we'll definitely look at. You haven't had a chance to even see my picks, so I try to keep it a little different and stuff like that for that sake. So let's go ahead and share that. So let me get the screen ready for you guys. And here we go. So these are what we like to call our Halloween picks, right? And there's nothing, it's not like it has nothing to do with pricing, which one's better. Diversity is our pick strength.
Tonight, that's 100% true, I think.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's first start off with Cliff on Comics, your picks. Starting with number 5. So your number 5 book was Silver Surfer, issue number 3. Now, I don't consider this a Halloween book, but tell me why you put it in your list.
Well, because Mephisto looks genuinely menacing on this cover.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, would you not agree?
Well, it is the first appearance of Mephisto, so
right, and like he looks like genuinely menacing, monstrous. He's a demon. He's Marvel's version of the devil, as far as we know.
Yeah, like, he is the devil. Let's be honest. He's the devil.
Yeah, well, because they're never explicit, and they're never not explicit. So
yeah, they keep it coy. Like
yeah.
he is, he isn't. He is, he isn't.
Yeah, I just think this is a great cover. I think I like look how doomed and damned everything looks around Silver Surfer.
Yeah, what I like about this cover is how the art during that time. We had some greats already. We had Jack Kirby, Steranko, and so this is Buscema. There was something about that art that was like so ahead of its time, like from everything you see in it. So like even from the shadowing, the lighting, the way he has the hand, that kind of stuff. It's so, like I said, it's so ahead of its time as far as stylized goes. It doesn't feel like a book from the late 60s. You know what I mean?
And yeah, at the same time, it kind of does, right?
Well, yeah, and at the same time, it kind of does the color scheme and things like that. So
but it's a very powerful red cover, and for me, it's not about Halloween being just a Halloween cover. It's about like the spooky cover, right? And I feel like this is just a classic. And like, although maybe it doesn't live up to today's,
Oh, it does.
you know, but like I feel like it does, right? Like I feel like it's powerful. It's called The Power and the Prize. Like the freaking book is just brings that ominous energy to life, and I love that. I love it.
All right, let's take a look at your number 4th book. Of course, you picked Secrets of the Haunted House, issue number 5. This is some Bernie Wrightson goodness.
Right?
Like when you put that in there, I was like, God damn, he took one of my books.
I didn't even know I was taking one of your books. I don't feel like I've seen this book enough, to be honest. That's why I picked it.
Well, it's a pumpkin.
Yeah, but look how menacing it is. There's something coming out of the goddamn pumpkin. That's what really makes it menacing. You know,
for me, it's about Wrightson's style. His style is so unique.
Yes, but
you know what I mean?
It shines here, right? Again, it's like at first look, oh, it's a jack-o'-lantern, but it's not just a jack-o'-lantern, and like, you know, it's creepy, and like it's creepy done very, very well. You know?
Well, it was done during the 70s, and one of the things I love about 70s horror books, especially DC, when they were doing it, there was something about it that was just like, it felt creepy, it felt eerie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Marvel was doing it too, but they were more into the supernatural realms, where in DC it was actually, no, we're gonna figure out a way to do this horror and put that label on it too at the same time.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I honestly, I felt like DC's horror stories were very soft in this era, or soft-ish.
Well, they had to be in that way.
Yeah, they had to, but they still had some covers that could actually feel, you know, something. This is one of those covers that feels ominous, you know? I love that word tonight, ominous.
Let's go to our next list of books, and we're going to be doing number 3. You pick Halloween number 1. This is the KS comic issue. Came out in the late 90s, or no, was it the early 2000s? It was somewhere around that time.
I want to say late 90s.
Yeah.
You know?
There's something very special about this book, and go ahead. Do you know what's important?
It's the first comic appearance of Michael Myers.
Which I'm surprised.
It took that long, right?
I am so surprised it took that long. And it's a photo comic.
Yeah.
Photo
but
cover.
Also, and again, like they've edged it in just a way. The fact that he's at the top of the staircase, the fact that this comic book actually rings true to the novelization of the film, which is very interesting to me. Like you see this cover, and there's you're a little bit taken aback, but you know exactly what you're looking at too.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's how I feel when I see this book.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at your number 2.
Oh, this is where it gets spicy.
Crime Suspense Stories, issue 24, 1950, pre-code horror.
I mean, look at this body horror tension waiting to happen. There's a man with a crazed look and a hatchet, and you cannot tell me that that's not enough to send chills down your spine. Because nothing is more frightening than the monsters that exist in the real world.
So but he has another man on, I guess, is that, I can't even tell if that's a tub.
That's a dude in either a tub or a wheelbarrow. But
no, it's a barrel. It's some.
Either way, this cover is every gay man's worst nightmare. like Grindr and Sniffies will tell you that the dude is 1,800 feet away, and you think you're going to hook up, but then this happens. No. All right, this is why the movie Cruising exists. Okay, we can't have this happening in our communities.
All right, and your number 1 book went to Black Cat.
Yo.
So
I love
number 1 in front of it. Sorry about that. Let's fix this. That way we don't get it in our way. I'm gonna get it out of the way. That way you can actually see the cover. There we go. And where are we? Now we can see it properly. Sorry, guys.
And the fact that it's named Black Cat.
All right. You call it cruising. I call it looking for a friend. All right. Talk to me about this.
So I only saw
Intense.
this. I only saw this cover for the first time 2 years ago, and I was like, "It's such a gross, freaking shocking, like genuinely shocking, old school pre-code horror." Like I'm like, this thing is just amazing, and the fact that that there's actually a couple of homages out there to this, phenomenal, including a new one from Mark Spears, which I wish I could get my hands on, but it looks very expensive.
Well,
But
it's
yeah,
also a PSA, isn't it? A PSA ad for smoking. Don't smoke, and this is what's going to happen to you.
I listen. I wish I knew that much about it. I just know that I love this cover. This cover is shocking and horrifying. It is all the things. I just I don't know, and I've never thought about cigarettes. I always think that this guy accidentally stuck
No, that's radium. That's not a cigarette. That's radium.
Yeah, it's radium, like the white heat, you know. So like I don't know what this guy was doing, but he's paying that price.
He is definitely paying that price, man.
And like things that typically horrify people, right? Like everyone who's ever had the teeth falling out dream, that's some scary shit. And it's usually psychologically, it's about you not having control over your life. But like for those who are superstitious, it's always about something bad happening.
Yeah.
So like this cover is just like all the hoodoo that I was ever scared of as a kid. This cover is like 80% of it.
This is your non-radium. All right. So let's take a look at my picks. These are the ones I decided to pick. I try to keep it a little different and, as we said, diverse. So the first one I picked was Walt Disney's Donald Duck in Trick or Treat. It's an adaptation of the animated short, which I absolutely love. I love that cartoon. And Donald Duck is doing all sorts of things to Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and then I forget her name, Broomhilda, I think is her name. She comes up and she's like, "No, we're gonna do something about this," and they're just having a blast. Where he gets the dancing feet and all that fun stuff. So that's why I picked it. I love this cartoon, man. So that's why I picked that one. It just brings back some fond memories of cool kid stuff when I was a kid. Next one for number 4, I went with the Sandman. Like, when I think of horror and I think about where it goes, I really, first appearance of Witch Hazel. That's her name, Witch Hazel. Thank you. I think about Sandman. Sandman is one of those books that it has horror, it has supernatural, it has fantasy, and things like that. So that's why I decided to go with Sandman number 1. This is a book that right now it's surprisingly low in cost. So I do plan, and we know why. So I did pick up issue 8 not that long ago for a really first steal. But so this is one that I do have to eventually get. And Sam Keefe's art in this series is fantastic. So when I think of Halloween and I think of horror, I do think about Sam Keefe's artwork, especially when it comes to Sandman. Because what a lot of people don't know about Sandman, if you read Sandman, you'll know. But what some people don't know about Sandman is that it's kind of like a follow-up to House of Secrets, House of Horror, and all that stuff, because it does feature Cain and Abel, who were the caretakers of the houses. So it continues that trend.
The House of Mystery and the House of Secrets.
Yes, thank you. So all that stuff. So that's why I put Sandman in the list. So moving on to our next book here, at number 3, I went ahead and I went with Bart Simpson's Treehouse of Horror. Come on, it's not Halloween without the Treehouse of Horror. I remember watching the first episode, and now they're at like 20 episodes here, but this is the very first one. It is so much fun. Look, you got stories from Mike Aldrin, from James Robinson, from Jeff Smith. You mentioned Bone earlier, so Jeff Smith is doing a story here. But everything about Treehouse of Horror is so much fun, and I always enjoy watching them when I had a chance. It's been a very long time since I've seen a Treehouse of Horror cartoon, so it might be something that I'm gonna watch sometime this week. So,
and if you have Disney Plus, they're all in their own section.
They're all in there, man. So that's pretty cool. So definitely in there. At number 2, I went with The Tomb of Dracula. Neil
Nice.
Adams goodness. You cannot
Classic.
think of Halloween without thinking about the Universal monsters. And Dracula is on the top of that list. You know what I mean? And this is an all-time classic book. So I definitely want to be part of it. We got Kenneth Burr in the house as well.
Yes.
And 36 Treehouse of Horror episodes now.
There's 36 seasons of The Simpsons, but there are 35 Treehouse of Horrors because Treehouse of Horrors did not start until season 2.
The last one had Homer with symbiote genes called Denim.
I believe it.
So going back to Tomb of Dracula, this is a really cool story, and of course you have Neil Adams artwork in it. So how could you go wrong with that? So the Supernatural, Marvel was owning Supernatural, where horror was being owned by DC at that time. So it's pretty cool. All right. And the number one book that I picked, and it's probably going to cover over it. Yep, is Punch Comics. Let me move this here so I can get you guys to see the issue. I went with Punch Comics only because that is a cover, man. That's what I like. That's what I call a sick cover, man. just look at that cover, and let me now put it.
I can't wait to see it.
I know. I just noticed.
Almost put this on my list.
When I saw that you didn't put it, I was like, I'm putting it in here. So Punch Comics issue number.
Guess what made it in place of this?
Which one?
Black Cat.
The Black Cat. No, this is the cover, man. Just everything about it, man. Yeah, the skull. Oh my god, that skull is iconic. And this is a book to me that I feel like doesn't get homaged enough. Like, I want to see a real homage to this book. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why it doesn't happen, but then again, to me, it's that perfect because there's just so much going on with it, and it's just a freaking awesome cover, man. You know what I mean? It really is. So those are my picks. Those, I want to know what you guys have picked. Like, let me know what we missed out as far as these books. But again, we only picked 10 in total. We're gonna have some more fun, but those are the ones. Yeah. Oh yeah. Fantastic Mystery 41 is better. it's that's always your opinion. All right.
Mystery.
All right, so let me close this out, and we're gonna do our next segment. But before we get to our next segment, I want to remind everybody that we are still doing super chats, and we still got 5 more books to add to the pile. I got 5 ready to go, so there, and all of them have like some Halloween aesthetic to it, I'll say. So there are keys in this list. There is something by some special artists that we might be familiar with. So that's going to be part of it. It is now time for us to do one of our favorite segments we like to call Spec It, Slab It, Sell It. And we're going to have our special Halloween edition of Spec It, Slab It, Sell It. So this is where we take 3 books that we look at and we decide which one we're going to spec. That means that's the book that we're going to hold on for a little bit because we do plan on selling it because we think it has potential. Slab it, where we're going to preserve it and keep it, or it's time for this book to go. This is the special Halloween edition. Cliff has no idea what's in this group of books. We may have seen some of them.
Uh-oh.
That's all I'm going to say. We may have seen some of them. Let's kick things off right from the beginning. We're going to do our first set. You got DC Comics with Little Shop of Horror. This is the official adaptation of the movie Seymour! Feed me, Seymour! Followed by Clive Barker's Hellraiser from Epic Comics, featuring amazing art by John Bolton and Bernie Wrightson. Or Army of Darkness by Sam Raimi. Also, John Bolton's in this one, and Ivan Reitman. So I'll let you go first.
Damn. You know, I was like sure at number 2, and then like number 3 showed up and like
that
made
covered up
things. You know. All right. So I'm gonna slab Army of Darkness. I'm gonna spec Hellraiser. I'm gonna sell Little Shop of Horrors.
Really good Little Shop of Horrors, man.
Because I like Little Shop of Horrors, but this ain't doing this too cutesy for me. So bye. And like Hellraiser always has potential, so spec it. And let's be clear, Ash is looking fine as F on the Army of Darkness, so I'm slabbing it.
I'm sorry, that don't look like no Bruce Campbell to me.
It don't need to look like Bruce Campbell. He looked delicious, and that's it. He's getting slabbed.
So say that one more time.
Listen, old Bruce Campbell ain't got nothing, but young Bruce Campbell, woo.
So say that again. You're gonna sell
Army of Darkness, spec Hellraiser, sell Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay. So I like Little Shop of Horrors.
I do too.
I like you.
This is a difficult game, and it's a cutesy cover, and that cutesy cover does not play well on this line.
Well, I'm going to spec that one.
Yes, you can. You can spec that little.
I'm gonna spec that one because I feel like there's a possibility whenever we get another. You know, they're gonna make another Little Shop of Horror movie sooner or later. Right? It'll eventually happen.
I'm sorry about Little Shop.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't sell comics. Freaking boxes with spikes coming out sells comics. Demons attacking a dude who has a freaking what do you call it? A blade hand, you know, that he calls his boomstick. That will give you stuff.
Hellraiser is the one that I am going to sell. I'm going to sell that one.
I can see where it doesn't appeal to you.
Yeah, no, it's not that it don't appeal to me. I like Hellblazer. I'm Hellraiser. I said Blazer. Wrong guy. I like it. So, but I'm going to sell it. I'm gonna slap the Army of Darkness because again, I agree with you. This is a banger of a cover, and yeah, man, it's Army of Darkness, man. Evil Dead, man. That's all I gotta say. And it's from I have a soft spot for Dark Horse comics from back in the '90s, man. I love Dark Horse comics in the '90s. They had like some of the best books. So
indeed, they do.
All right, that's my pick. All right, let's go to our next list. So I get to go first now, right? So we get to pick Nightmare on Elm Street, Fright issue number 3. This is actually the first cover appearance of Freddy Krueger. All right. Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. This is the first cover appearance of Jason in a comic book. And one that we saw earlier, Halloween number 1, the first cover appearance and first appearance of Michael Myers. So all these books came out in the 90s. Those are the first appearances. It's always weird to me that these books came out so much later, but it is what it is. So, I really like that Jason Goes to Hell cover. I like it a lot, but darn it. Well, you know, it is the week of Halloween, so I could sell the Michael Myers right now. So that's the one I'm selling. Not that I don't like it. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to slab the Jason Goes to Hell because I really think that cover looks so good. And I'm going to spec on the Fright issue number 3. It's Freddy Krueger, but he got his eye popping out. So that thing is, you know, and I think Freddy, I don't know if you heard the word. There is discussion of bringing back a new Nightmare on Elm Street. But what's more interesting is that, and I don't think this is ever going to go anywhere, to be honest with you. But there is speculation that they want to hire Jim Carrey for the role.
Yeah, but that does not feel right to me.
That doesn't feel like a Jim Carrey move. No. I think he could pull it off, though. Don't get me wrong. I think he could pull it off. But I think in the state of mind that he's in today, I can't see him do it. You know what I mean? So, with that said, I'm going to spec on Fright issue number 3, first cover appearance of Freddy Krueger. I'm going to slab Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, and I'm going to sell, and there he goes. That's it. It's over. I'm going to sell Halloween issue number 1.
Oh, you all know how I feel about Halloween #1.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna slap Halloween 1. I'm gonna spec Jason. I'm gonna sell Fright.
Okay, now explain.
Because again, that cover looks so ridiculous that it's gotta go. And I feel like first Jason and first Michael have more weight.
Oh yeah,
overall, so that's how I'm picking them.
definitely. Yeah, I agree to that. I think the Freddy Crew, that's his first cover, but it doesn't do him justice, and it's not even called Nightmare on Elm Street. It's called Fright issue 3.
Well, it says right, exactly. Nightmare on Elm Street, Fright, like whatever. It's not doing it for me. It's not doing it.
All right.
So
those of you have slasher icons.
They are.
Mm-hmm. All right, you ready? It's your turn.
I am. Woo.
We're doing sexy girl covers.
Oh, look at her. She's back.
Monsters. Mark Spears Monsters #1, The Bride. Vampirella issue #2. I believe this is the art germ. And of course, The Lady Death. So all these books have they all have the same price value to them, so that's why I put them together. But this is a Mark Silvestri Lady Death in pink.
There's a real challenge because we all know I recently did a Lady Death special on my channel, and there ain't nothing wrong with Vampirella. And of course, now I have a reborn love of Mark Spears again.
But I don't know if you noticed the Vampirella that she's not wearing any clothes.
Yeah, I know there's blood. You know that has zero effect on me.
Just saying. It's this kiss, marry, kill. Kind of. It is
all right.
kind of.
So I'm going to slab Mark Spears Monsters. I'm going to spec Vampirella. I'm going to sell Lady Death. Because one of them has to go. And that's not the most flattering Lady Death, you know. TNA alone can't sell me.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
Vampirella still has a lot of vampiness happening.
Yeah.
So Kiss Marry Kill. It almost is.
So here's the thing. This is the Cane Spot Monsters. There's another one that's from his Kickstarter that's actually more on demand. All right, that one's going for I think it's hitting almost a G now, raw. So this one is going for about $250. In fact, all these books are going for about $250. But I think the Mark Spears train, again, you know, with what we just had last week with all the Monsters books, the blind bags, I think it had a lot more to do with the blind bags than it had to do with Mark Spears, even though it's the blind bags of Mark Spears caused the blind bags to skyrocket in price. But I think that this book is not going to go any higher than it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't see this book. I think this book has reached its peak, unless we get another, pandemic thing that we have.
You don't know.
No, I say unless something happens.
Yeah, on top of that, Mark Spears is having such a moment right now.
Yeah, but there's overall hype in Mark Spears today that I don't think it's going to be there, even though it's been over a year now.
One day down the road, he will be this generation's Dave Stevens.
Yes.
And so I'm saying, I believe in you more than ever, Mark Spears.
I'm with you on that. And I think out of all three of them, I think that one probably has that staying power. Man, now you have me rethink.
Ooh.
I'm gonna spec Mark Spears Monsters. Okay, it's a spec.
Bro.
It's a spec. It's not a keeper. However, the Vampirella is a keeper because that is too good looking.
I mean, the Vampirella is a gorgeous cover in of itself. They're all beautiful covers too.
So the Vampirella is a keeper, and sorry, Mark Silvestri, your Lady Death is not wearing her quintessential
You know what?
black.
I'm sorry, but Mark Silvestri can eat one this time after that $50 fiasco at Terrificon.
Oh, don't remind me about that.
And don't even get me started. I love James Chung, but him and the $100 price tag on select comics at his table at Baltimore was also disappointing.
Ugh, that's $100?
For specific covers, yes.
It's not all that, guys.
Well, no, listen. So I'll tell you which one. I'll tell you the one that my friend tried to get that was on Jim Chung's list, and that was Young Avengers #1.
I got that signature for free, so I'm happy.
But yeah, back before all this started. But we all know that criminals and Rob Liefeld are to blame for this.
I'm Rob Liefeld. Yeah, if you're gonna charge $100 for a signature on a specific book, what's the purpose behind it then?
For you not to be taken for granted. That's all.
But okay. You
in its own way. Listen, man, I can't defend it inside and out. I'm just telling you. Let's look at what.
All right, so I'm specking monsters. I'm slabbing Vampirella. I'm selling Lady Death. All right, moving forward. It is now so that was my turn.
I started this one.
You started one. Okay, so now I start for this one, right? This is my turn now.
Yes.
Okay, so now we're gonna go with some icons. The Living Mummy, the first cover appearance and first Marvel appearance of the Living Mummy in Supernatural Thrillers featuring the Living Mummy, issue number 5. You know it had to be there. The Tomb of Dracula #1, Neil Adams goodness. And the Monster of Frankenstein. This is his first Marvel proper story. Not his first comic book. He's been in other comic books before, but this is the first Marvel appearance of Frankenstein's monster. So, with that said, I get to go this time. This one seems to be obvious. I'm going to slab that Tomb of Dracula. I don't think there's any way around it. I think I could sell the Frankenstein today because we have the Guillermo del Toro movie out right now, so now's a good time to sell it. And I will spec on the Living Mummy because there'll always be a mummy movie that's going to pop up here and there.
Wow.
I know, this is one it's a little too easy.
It is too easy. I, too, will slap Tomb of Dracula, spec on the Living Mummy, and sell the Monster of Frankenstein.
After I did it, I was like, yeah. The Tomb of Dracula is too iconic.
You needed, like, Tomb of Dracula versus, like, Werewolf by Night versus like First Blade.
Well, I was trying to go for the Universal Monsters thing. That was the thing here.
I know that's where your heart was, but if you wanted this to be a challenge, you needed it to be spiced up.
Yeah, it was this was too obvious, but come on, man. Those other two books are good too, man.
I mean, they're great, but like the ones that speak to me are Tomb of Dracula and Living Mummy.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, and Austin just completed his Frankenstein runs. Congratulations, man.
Because he's a champ.
There you go. All right, let's go to our next one. Now it's your turn. Elvira's House of Mystery. This is issue 11, and this is a Dave Stevens cover. We looked at this last week when we looked at the Mark Spears homage to this one, so that's part of it.
My book.
Secrets of the Haunted House, issue number 5, Bernie Wrightson cover. And let's just bookend it with yet another Dave Stevens, the three-dimensional Seduction of Innocence, the 1985 homage done by Dave Stevens. Another iconic Halloween-themed book. But before we even get your answer, what's going on? I have comic issues. Hello, everyone. I hope all your issues are comics. All right, I'll let you go. Do it. This to me is a tough one because
I mean, it's only a little tough because one of my picks is there. But I'm slabbing Elvira's House of Mystery. All right. She is our gay queen for horror for the spooky season. Slab on that. Spec on the Haunted House, Secrets of the Haunted House, because I love it, and sell Seduction of the Innocent.
Really? I thought you were gonna slab Haunted House.
I'm tempted, but you gave me Dave Stevens' Elvira, and like, what am I supposed to do? Pretend like that's not there?
But it's Haunted
but
House, man.
It's a double threat. It's a double threat.
Well, that's how this works, man.
Huh?
That's how this game works.
Well, that's what I'm saying. My justification is it's a double threat. It's Elvira and Dave Stevens together. How am I supposed to ignore that? I can't ignore that. That one gets slapped. You know,
You
I love the haunted house one, so of course I'll save it in the name of spec. But Seduction of the Innocent has nothing going there. There's nothing there for me. There's nothing seducing me with that cover.
But it's also a Dave Stevens though.
I know, but I get Elvira and Dave Stevens. Like, that's it. Like, there's a 2-for-1 on the House of Mystery. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I'm going to slab the Haunted House. Secrets of the Haunted House. That's going to be slabbed. I feel like that book's way too iconic to not slab it. I'm gonna actually spec on House of Mystery. That's the one I'm gonna spec on. And Seduction of the Innocents, I'm gonna sell it, especially since the pumpkins are out. I could probably get some good dollar for that book right now. Just saying. All right, and I think, is that the end of the list? Oh no, we got one more. Punch Comics number 12. Crime Suspense Story, issue 22, the iconic floating head or chopped head. And the Vault of Horror 37. All of these are pre-code horror books. All of these were extremely controversial during its time. Is it my turn? Do I go?
It's your turn.
All right. I mentioned this before.
Your turn?
Yeah, it is my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn, yes.
Okay. All right. I gotta slab the punch because I love that cover too much. I'm going to spec on Crime Suspense Story because I know I could get top dollar for that thing anytime. And the Vault of Horror will probably be the one that's going to go. All three of these books absolutely frightens me.
I would love to slab them all, honestly.
Well, yeah, especially with the dollar amount that they're all worth, man. This is some top dollar books.
It is.
All right, and I gotta say hi to Dale of Suspense. Speaking of suspense, right?
Unfortunately, I'm going to agree with you again. I would absolutely slab Punch Comics, spec on Crime Suspense, although, again, in my heart, love to slap that too. And Vault of Horror.
They could go either way. Yeah, they could go either way.
Yeah, but Vault of Horror will be the one to go.
Yeah. Yeah, I never hanging freaks me out, man.
It freaks everybody out. That's why it's such a good
No, but when I see it, like the imagery of it, it just freaks me out, man. Ugh. You know, that's how I get, man. That's one of my things, man. But all right. There you have it, guys. Those are the books. And that completes our list here. What a fun set of books. I love it. Let's see here.
There's no denying the greatness.
There was good books, man. It was good books. All right. Okay. It is now that time, guys. It's time to talk about what's trending in comics. So let's find out. All right. It is now time for the final week of October. We are going to be looking at some amazing books that came out this week. There's a lot of discussion, a lot of hype, a lot of spec going on. Immediate thoughts, you see the 4 books here. We're going to talk briefly about them, as always. Cliff, what are your first thoughts?
Something is killing me, that's for sure. It's fine. I love me some Transformers. You know, I miss me on that black hole and the Muppets covers, which I know there are Muppet lovers out there, but like I'm not down for all that.
You're not down with the Muppets? What's wrong with you, bro?
I am down with the Muppets, but not a Muppet comic collection. No.
Okay. I was about to say, that's it. We're gonna have to end our friendship if you weren't down with the Muppets, man. That's it. That was over. You know,
when it's over.
Mm-hmm. I love singing, but I happily sell them all. Wait till you see the prices. All right, so let's go ahead, and as always, we always start things off with our honorable mentions, starting with our first honorable mention, which was Sonic the Hedgehog's the chaotic 30th anniversary. This is the Natalie Fortrain 1 in 15 cover. This book actually went on sale for almost $115. That was the last recorded sale of this book. What's your thoughts on these Sonic books in general? Like, I know, I'm not sure if you're a Sonic lover in that way, but
I'm not. But these Sonic books are such, for Sonic fans, these books are just wild to get a hold of. This one is fairly new, so I feel like you still have an opportunity to like
$115.
Right, but it's fairly new, so like your opportunity to throw your money at it and get it is still accessible. There are times where these books they're so difficult that it reaches a point where it doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. You just don't have access to it. You know.
Well, it's one of those things with Sonic's, like you said, there's like a cult following when it comes to Sonic comic books that are out there. And there are some that are very hard to find. There are like the very first Sonic comic book that it's his first comic book is extremely hard to find. It's out there, and I don't consider it to be a super rare, but that's the epitome of rare, right? When it's hard,
but it's quite rare.
Yeah, exactly. So it becomes a hard book to get because I think what ends up happening is that the fan base, very much like the Turtles or other properties, they grab it and they don't let go. And I think that's what happens. So I think they're out there. They're just not. They're not out in the ether. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? So that was one of the honorable mentions. Another honorable mentions is the Flops cover of Hello Halloween, and as we say, hello nurse. I couldn't help myself.
In this case, it's perfect.
It is perfect. So, what's your thoughts on this one?
It's sexy. She looks like she's building her own man. I dig it.
Dig it. And it's done by Flops. And Flops, this is the second time we have a Flops book in our list. Last week we had the Something's Killing the Children book. Flops is getting up there again. He's one of those guys that's popping up here and there. And it's like people are really taking a look at his art style and really starting to love what he's doing. Especially since he has like this kind of like vintage color scheme thing going on to it in the same way like a Jenny Frison would in her style. I see Flops has that. He also has that look where he likes paying homages to like the 70s in that style without copying. You know what I mean?
Yes. And
what's going on DVH, man?
So many beautiful pieces.
Yeah. And
Dr. Von Hoot.
Our next book is the first of a few. It is The Amazing Spider-Man Torn, issue number 1. No one cares about that book. What they care about is this homage to AF-15 with Miss Piggy as Spider-Man, which in turn, that makes her the original Spider-Ham?
I doubt it.
Talk to me. What's your thoughts on this cover?
Again, I'm out when it comes to the Muppets being Marvel characters. It's like, it's cute. It's not for me. It's not something I'm looking for, going out of my way for.
Yeah.
You know.
But it is the 70th anniversary of the Muppets. I can't believe they're 70. This is crazy thinking about it now.
I like and
what was that?
I can't believe I'm Puerto and I'm for them. And I'm 40 years old. I'm just saying, of these three, am I crazy? Or is the art lacking on the Muppets covers? I mean, on some of them, like, I'm not thrilled.
They're different artists. They're definitely different artists.
They are different artists, but like, I'm not, none of them do it for me. Of the 3 books here, the one that's like actually does anything for me at all, shockingly, is Flop's cover. I like his work. I like his work.
Spider pigs are
overdone.
All right, so those are your honorable mentions for this week. Let's get into our list and let's go into our number 10 book. And our number 10 comes at the book of G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero, number 1. This book came out in 1982 from Marvel Comics. $135 near mint was the last recorded sales value. That's actually pretty darn good. $115 is the average for a very fine. $845 for 9.8. As far as trending list, it was number 5 in Key Collector. 7-day, 30-day trend is 7 sales for the last 7 days, 25 sales within the last 30 days, which is actually not bad. Hype level is at a medium. So this has everything to do with the Energon Universe. I think out of all the books that we talked about with the Energon Universe, I think G.I. Joe is one of those books that's kind of like creeping its way in. But G.I. Joe, this book specifically is a high demand book.
Yeah. But, it's also a very well-printed book, so they're out there.
Mm-hmm. They're out there. The price tag for them is kind of high for 9.8. And looking at the last recorded sale of a 135, granted, it may be a near mint, it may not be a 9.8, so you never really know, but $135 is actually really good for a price tag for this book.
I think it's a fine price tag for this book. This is a well-published book, well-sought-after book.
Yeah.
So
many first appearances.
I realize how difficult it could be to go snag yourself a 9.8, and that's probably why,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, and like many books of this time period, right, in the 80s, a lot of these books were targeted towards the kids. And the kids would buy these books and they would do what they want with the books. They weren't really treated as collectibles.
It's so funny that this is like a kid's book, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yet, I read the first issue sometime back, and it was so elaborate. It was such every page had many panels of robust text. Larry Hama had no chill whatsoever writing this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, look at that. I have G.I. Joe, 2 copies. Wow. And yep, more valuable than Transformers. Surprisingly, it's true, but I think Transformers had a higher print run. I think that's what's the reason. I think Transformers was slightly little more popular than G.I. Joe, and it came afterwards.
Right.
I remember.
I also think it has to do with how few 9.8s are on the census.
Mm-hmm. That is also true. All right, so that's number 10 with G.I. Joe. Let's take a look at our number 9 book of the week, and that is going to go to Salvation Run number 1. This book, it came out 2007 for DC Comics. This is obviously
way already.
$22 at a no grade was the last recorded sales value. This book goes for about $18 now. As far as trending list goes, number 4 in CBSI. 7-30-day trend, 11 sales during the 7-day, 82, which is really high, and that was because of the hype of Peacemaker. Hype level is at a low now because I think now people were like, okay, we're done with the Salvation Run and things like that.
I think they're getting over it. I do want to say 9.8 CGC census. There are 1,118 copies of G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 1.
That's a lot.
There are 3 9.9s on the CGC
wow
census. And 1 sold in 2017 for $2,157.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a lot though.
It could probably sell for even more now at the way things are going.
I doubt it, but you said 2017.
That's 2017.
That's before the boom too. The boom was like 2021.
If it was bad then, it would be outrageous in the middle, and now it would definitely be sold for more than this for a 9.9.
Yeah,
I don't know about how much more, granted, but it would definitely sell for more than 2,100, I think.
Yeah, but what about Salvation Run?
You know what? I mean, do people care about Salvation is a place, not a character. I don't know how much. I just don't know how much weight there, how much mass is this. It feels like when you're having a meatball that's not made out of meat, in Italy, you could ask for meatballs, but you could end up with a ball of something that's not a meat. It could be made of black beans.
Yeah, you just want to say ball and meat at the same sentence,
right?
don't you?
Like like this is like a fake meatball. This is like a meatball substitute, right? Not like the actual meatball.
Okay.
I know that's like a weird comparison, but like that's how I feel about it. Like I'm like, okay, so Salvation. Okay.
Well, there was Swaggle House interview Sean Chen and Andy Dido, who was involved in the process of this. Sean Chen was the artist, and he straight up was like, whatever. You could tell Sean Chen didn't really care.
Yeah.
He said that the artwork wasn't his best artwork. He was like, it's supposed to be a prelude to Final Crisis,
which I have said, yes,
and all that stuff. And it was like, it's fine, but it's not like earth-shattering. Even though the concept in itself is actually kind of interesting, especially with the villains that are involved in the comic book story, which we probably will not see in the movie. We're not going to get that. Salvation Run is not going to happen the same way.
I have very low expectations.
Yeah. So that's number 9. This might be the last time you see this book in this list, unless something else comes off. But this is really a holdover from the last 2 weeks. That's really the whole thing. And you can tell that the sales have been dropping, even though 82 sales come from the last 2 weeks rather than from this past week. All right. So let's go into our number 8 book of the week, and that is going to go to Exquisite Corpse issue number 6. This is I don't even know why they call it secret anymore. We already know there's a book coming. It is the Thank You variant foil, which features the card and the poly bag. This is 1 per store. This came out in 2025 for Image Comics. $35 near mint is the last recorded sales value. $44 near mint is the cost. There are no recorded slabs for this book. As far as the sales goes, it's number 9 in CBSI, number 9 in cover price. 7-day, 30-day sales, 19 sales for 7 days, 22 in total within the 30-day period. There.
I mean, not bad. And again, it has to be. Take care, Austin. We love you. It's got to be labeled the secret Thank You variant because it was a secret until it was not.
We already had 6 secrets.
Right. Well, that's kind of cool when there's multiple secrets. I could probably write a miniseries called 6 Secrets and turn it into something.
We already have Secret 6 though.
Why can't I have my thing too? Why can't I have my thing too?
I'm just saying, Secret 6 already exists, man. Just saying.
That's for you, Bo.
All right. Well, you know what? We're in the 6th issue. How has the story been so far?
I think it's been great. It's one of the best reads of the year, in my opinion. We got some murderous people. They're killing each other. There's innocent people in the mix. I love it. There's a tone. There's a measure. It is all the things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And pretty much like Walking Dead, don't be attached to too many characters. That's what I'm hearing.
I think that in issue 1. I think issue 1 informs you that it's going to be that kind of story where you've got to hold on to your seat because you don't know who's going to make it.
Well, whenever I watch something or I read something, and if I read or watch something and I see a character that they're putting a little bit of love towards, I usually look at that
final moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, we're going to give you all the love you want so you can feel this death. But at the same time, that's like, yeah, that's it. This is everything. This is it for this character.
I'm a classic mystery person where I believe all of your setup is in the first act, right? And that everything you're informed about is derived from the first act. And I recently watched the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. And the majority of the information I needed was derived from the first act, but there was still sprinkles of twist and turn in the midst. Even though I did still kind of figure it out, I figured part of it out, right? It was fun. It was a fun little movie, but I like that it still kind of kept most of the mythology thing happening. Everything, most of what I needed to know, not all, but most of what I needed to know was in Act 1.
Okay. Sounds good. And with that said, Exquisite Corpse, number 6.
Yeah.
At number 8.
And right, this is more of like action thriller. So like, throw what I just said about mysteries out the window because there's so much more happening here.
Well, let's take a look at what our next book is at number 7. And at number 7, we have Something's Killing the Children, number 1. We're not talking about the 120th printing. We're talking about the first printing that came out in 2019 for Boom Studios. This last recorded sale, this is a shocker to me. $42 at a no grade. But that person got lucky because this book goes for $431 on average in a near mint. $959 on average on a 9.8. But the last recorded sale of a 9.8 was nearly 1,500. As far as trending list goes, this made it to cover price number 8. It'll probably make it to the other list sometime this week. 7-day, 30-day. This book is at 18 sales in the last 7 days, 27 sales within the 30-day period. Hype level right now is at a medium because of the movie news, movie and animated series news. But personally speaking, this is probably one of the hottest, if not top 5 modern day keys that are out there.
I would say so.
Yeah. Like, I can't think of a book that's higher than this one.
At least for the moment, like it definitely is.
Well, within the last 10 years, of course, right? Last 10 years, this is the book, right? So this is like back in the early 2000s, it was The Walking Dead. This is the one people have been, and it has a lot to do because of the pandemic as well. It's a solid story. Don't get me wrong. The story's solid, and I love the story. But at the same time, it came out in a time that became difficult to obtain this book. So therefore, 2019, 2020 is more realistic as far as the time frame goes. And it's a book that everybody's hunting for. Everybody would like to keep it. Just like Austin said before, it's like he would gladly sell it if he could, if he had it. And this is the one, like we talk about spec books. This is the epitome of a spec book.
I mean, it's more than just a spec book. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it is living spec life. Let's be clear.
Well, it's been on spec. It's been on spec radar for how many years because of the Netflix deal?
I know, but like, the point is, it's a worthy collectible in of its own right.
Correct.
But it is often under the spec spotlight.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wow. Almost 1,400 was the last 9.8 sale for this book. That's nuts to me. That's it.
It's impressive.
At number 6 is our next book, which is Spider-Man and Wolverine number 6. But let's face it, it's not Spider-Man and Wolverine. It's Greg Land doing a Muppet homage to Wolverine number 1, featuring the Swedish Chef that just came out. $15 near mint was the last recorded sales volume. $17 is the fair market. They already have 9.8s going on sale for $54 that sold. And it's number 7 in CBSI, number 7 in cover price. 7-day, 30-day sales, 16 sales within the last 7 days, 36 sales within the last 30 days. Hype level of this book is at a medium. Here's what I noticed. The Swedish Chef is married.
Right. That's the big takeaway here. Right?
That's my takeaway. The Swedish Chef is married.
Yep. There you go, everyone. That's the big news.
What was that wedding like?
I'm sure the vows were unintelligible.
I'm sorry.
Apparently, years ago, the Swedish Chef, the prop person, accidentally slipped a wedding ring on, and then it just became part of the Swedish Chef lore.
Yeah, but we never see this woman.
No, but we don't even understand what he's saying. So
he could be a widow, though.
That is dark. Why do you got to make Muppets dark? Stop making
Muppets. You ever watch the Muppets? They could go dark.
They don't go that dark, okay?
But they could definitely go dark.
Not this dark. Not regularly.
I'm just saying, maybe it was a freak, cooking accident because he
No,
does
dude,
have.
why does the origin have to, why does it have to be so dark?
I'm just
Why
saying
can't
the
it be-
origin of the
why
Swedish
can't it
chef.
be Why can't it be she just passed away of cancer? No, it's got to be.
Why
dark.
she gotta? Oh, you gonna make it darker? She passed away from cancer.
Well, why not? We were fighting cancer this weekend during C3. So why
Ninety
not?
just gave the Swedish chef. I'm just saying. I think it was food poisoning.
That's horrible. It should not be food related. It just makes his whole life darker.
That's why he can't
loves
find
food
love.
so much.
I'm a huge fan of these covers. I know we're going to get to the point that there's way too many out there because it's going to be just like the Disney covers. But I think these first ones are the ones people look at and say, this is interesting. This is a different take. It's fun. I like the spoons. I like the wooden spoons as the claws. So why not? Swedish Chef as Wolverine.
He's
Right.
got a wedding ring. That's all we
And
know,
he-
folks. I hope
and
he's happily married. That's
And
it.
I don't know how it is in Australia, but he doesn't go meep meep. He goes. I'm just saying. That's how Swedish people talk.
No one. That is also not
The best exports from Sweden: ABBA, Ace of Base, and the Swedish Chef. Is there anything else?
I mean, there is, but how dare you?
Okay, name me one. Name me one thing.
Welcome to Sweden seasons 1 and 2. Go check them out. I love it.
Chocolate?
No, the show is called Welcome to Sweden.
Okay. All right. At number 6, the Swedish Chef with Spider-Man Wolverine with the Muppet homage. Moving on to our list at number 5. Mark Spears' Monster, the Monster and the Wolf, number 1. This is the blind bag that came out 2 weeks ago for Keen Spot. $6 near mint is what you could get the book right now. Most common fair market value is $6. Trending list goes is made in number 10 to CBSI. 7-day, 30-day trend. Woo-hoo. 388. This book is still selling, man. 805 copies sold in the aftermarket within the 30-day period. Hype level obviously is a high for this book. I think this is going to be in our list for a while. Just for those sales. Just because of the sales, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this is pretty much all the books, right? When you really look at it. So, because you just don't know what's in the bag, man. Congratulations to Mark Spears, man, for killing it, though. I'm not gonna lie, man. Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, it's been a beautiful time watching him be celebrated, seeing how wonderful and humble he is.
That's Beaker. Oh, man. He is he's a humble guy, and I like the fact that he still geeks out. I think that's my favorite part about him. He still seems to geek out, which I love. You know what I mean?
No, he really does. Like the fact that he's like old giddy, that like, oh my God, Todd McFarlane's phone is like in my
Best friends with Todd McFarlane.
He's like, I'm somehow friends with Todd McFarlane. I don't know how this happened.
It's so cool, man. Congratulations again.
And I love that he's like, Todd McFarlane's one of the first people that rejected me. Now that's an origin story.
Well, I seen his work outside of his painting stuff that he's done, and there is a level of simplicity to his style. So when he was able to go through the painting style, that's when he really found his knack, in other words. But it always takes a while to get there. So got to give it to him. At number 5, Mark Spears' Monster, the Monster and the Wolf, number 1. Let's go into number 4 in our list. At number 4 is Transformers number 1. This is the Image Comics book that came out in 2023. $130 and 9.8 was the last recorded sale. Most common, $43 near mint, $116 and 9.8. As far as trending list goes, number 6 for Key Collector, number 2 for CBSI, number 2 for Cover Price. This has a 7-day, 30-day sales of 15 sales within the 7-day period, 22 within a 30-day period. Hype level is at a high. Obviously, it has everything to do with the Energon Universe.
Right, because this book is literally everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
I'm a little surprised that this book is going for an average of $43, though.
I'm not.
$43? $25 I could deal with.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. But, like, no. I mean,
Like 25.
It's the hype level. That's all.
Yeah, but averaging out at that much, I think there's a lot of copies.
I'm saying it probably averaged out at that because of the recent boost of sales.
Possibly. I think the 9.8 value is a lot more reasonable.
The 9.8 value is like cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I was to purchase this book like that, I would pick up the 9.8 at its current price.
Let me tell you how these prices, these modest prices at the moment, will plummet if nothing comes out of this news. Exactly.
But that's how spec works, man. That's how spec works. But I think this is going to be fine, and I think it's going to pull through. The real question is, since they're going to go towards the Energon Universe, and what happens in this issue, if they put that into the series, what will be the response of the casual viewer that's watching the Transformers? How would they respond to it?
Probably the way people responded when they read the first issue. They were like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, but when we read the first issue, we wanted to read the next issue. Do you think they're going to feel the same way in the animated issue? Like I think. Well, with the animated issues, I think the idea is that the character is going to eventually return, and he still hasn't.
Yeah, sure. You know, as soon as they get into all that Spark crap, and then they'll be like, "Oh, look, we brought him back. Oh, we brought him back as a Decepticon." You know, you don't know.
Yeah. Well, they should bring it back as Goldbug, just for the hell of it.
Maybe that.
Right? Because that's what he turns into, Goldbug.
I think so. Yeah.
No, he definitely does.
I'm not that guy to ask.
No, he definitely comes back. He comes, but that's much later. That's much later in the series. All right. At number 4, Transformers number 1. Let's take a look at number 3 in our list here. And our number 3 book of the week is Venom 250, the Nick Bradshaw Muppet homage variant. This book came out from Marvel Comics, $31 near mint. It was the last recorded sales value. It's averaging out about $31, $60 for 9.8. Trending list goes number 1 CBSI, number 1 in cover price. 7-day, 30-day sales, 22 sales for the 7-day, 36 sales within the 30-day period. Hype level is at a high. We have yet another homage to Secret Wars number 8, but this is featuring Rolf the dog from the Muppets.
I like Nick Bradshaw, and I am of the people who could care. I know there's so many people who are in love with this cover. I could care less. You know, this is not for me. And I do like Nick Bradshaw. This is obviously for a lot of people. There's a lot of Muppet fans out there. 70th anniversary. That's lovely. You know, I'm here for you who are here for it. I'm just not here for it for me.
It's Rolf the dog, man. Rolf the dog. And then you got all the other Muppets in the background. You got Kermit as Mr. Fantastic. You got Sam the Eagle as Captain America. You know there's some more coming up, right? Steranko homage of Captain America. That's coming up soon. And the Infinity Gauntlet one, I think that's this week, in fact. The Infinity Gauntlet one is this week. That means I'm going to have to go get it. I love it. I personally love it. Again, I understand because of... I look at the Disney covers that happened a few years ago. This is pretty much going to the same boat. They are talking about doing Toy Stories next. So that's going to be happening soon. Yeah, I know. Cliff.
First of all, I was not here for this when it was Disney. I'm not here for it now that it's Muppets. I'm definitely not going to be here for it for Toy Story.
It's happening for Toy Story.
All I can say is money I could save.
Or you could buy me a book. You could buy me that.
I do nothing. But like, I'm like, you make more money than me. I ain't buying you nothing.
I got a family to feed, you man.
Do you think I care? All of them can.
Oh wow!
Do you think every one of them can walk out that door and get a job? Okay, so no, I do not care. Y'all all make more money than me.
This is the love I get, man.
I love you. I love you like I love Kibbles and Bits. But you know,
Brian LCS, what's going on?
I feel like Brian is like ominously like in every chat leading to Saturday night to the CBC Awards, the Comic Community Awards, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon in Australia, I think, something like that. But
we are nominated. We are nominated.
I'm nominated. You're nominated. We're nominated together because this is our.
Well, we gotta give Shane his love too. So Shane is definitely part of it.
Listen.
Gotta give it to Shane as well.
If it wins, if we win, if you win and we win, then and I don't know. I was gonna say at a certain point we gotta pay for an extra. We
gotta get Shane a trophy.
We will pay for Shane's trophy. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes.
So Shane is part of it. It's a 3-person crew, man. All right. Number 3, Venom 250. The Return of but no one cares about that. Everybody cares about Rolf the dog. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're here for. Let's go with our next book here. And at number 2 in our list,
Número 2.
Number 2 is Void Rivals number 1.
Thank God.
2023 for Image Comics.
Something I respect.
Value. Most common fair market value is $13 near mint, $79 at 9.8. Trendy list number 2 in Key Collector, number 6 in CBSI, number 5 in cover price. 7-day, 30-day sales, 31 sales within the 7-day period, 35 sales within a 30-day period. Hype level is at a high. This is where I'm a little confused.
I'm not. This
I'm not confused that it's book. Well, but here's my take. Why is this book $13 and Transformers number 1 is $45?
Because there's no notoriety for the name. People do not understand that this launched the Energon Universe. Now, when this becomes animated and the Energon Universe is an animated universe and you understand how much this plays into the overarching story, that is when this book will take off.
But this book has a high print run just like Transformers does.
Right, but everybody knows what Transformers is. No, not everybody knows what Void Rivals is.
And Void Rivals was a complete surprise when it came out. I remember when it came out.
The whole point of it coming out. Kirkman said this is the Energon Universe, and the people who ran to pick it up because they knew Energon Universe. And the first issue, there's a damn Transformer in that issue. He's right there front and center, so that you know,
Jetfire.
You know, this is a shared universe.
Well, so, it is, but at the same time, it was the book that when it was announced, people knew there was something special about it. But all that people knew is that Robert Kirkman has a new book. So this book sold.
He threw the word Energon around when he announced this book.
Mm-hmm.
So it was and people. I'm just saying there was enough information
to find out what it was.
There was enough information to go. You heard about Kirkman, Void Rivals, and the word Energon. That was it. Those words were out there on the internet. Even I knew, and I don't give a crap. And I bought this book. You know, and it was.
It's a great story too.
It is a great story.
It's a great story, man.
This is a great first issue. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
You are thrown right into it, and you are just moving with that story.
Yep. So let's see where this book goes afterwards when it's all said and done.
I'm saying of the litter. That's right, the litter of the litter of Energon books. This one is the one waiting to happen.
All right, but it didn't make number 1. Our number 1 book of the week goes to Black Hole.
What is this?
1995 for Kitchen Sink Press. $450 and 9.8 was the last recorded sales value. However, the fair market value of this book is $33 at a very fine. Obviously, the average for the 9.8 is a $450 because there really aren't that many slab sales. It was number 1 for Key Collector, number 3 in CBSI, number 4 for cover price. The 7-day, 30-day sales, 27 sales within a 7-day, 28 sales within a 30-day. Hype level of this book is at a high. And just like Omnibo, the fool, Black Hole Sun. This is an option. this was picked up for an option. This book, I hear this book is nuts. I know nothing of this book. All I know is that it's a very, very low print run of a kitchen sink book from 1995.
Of a company I've never, of course, the low print.
Oh, you never heard of Kitchen Sink? You've never heard of Kitchen Sink?
No.
Kitchen Sink. I'm trying to think of all the books that they've done. No, they've been around. My brain keeps saying Crow, but I don't think it's Crow. No, Crow was
And
Caliber.
You know what's funny is like I'm familiar with the cover of the trade paperback, not this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was picked up this week. It's been optioned. We don't know what's gonna happen. However, Kitchen Sink is a underground comic company that was they're now defunct. But they were a major player in the early 80s and in the 90s and stuff like that. And they did reprint Flash Gordon comics and things like that. So I'm trying to remember, was it Milk and Cheese or something like that? You know, they had Art Spiegelman, Robert Crumb, Will Eisner all had books within Kitchen Sink. So they were like the indie of indies. You know what I mean? So the quality of paper wasn't all that and things like that. Black Hole is just one of those weird titles that came from it. No one said anything about it. Yes, Spirit was on Kitchen Sink and stuff like that. So Kitchen Sink, you know, it has its love from back in the day. But yeah, option book.
And you know what's weird? Now that like I looked it up and I'm familiar with the trade, this was like option before, I think.
Yeah.
And nothing happened.
So I don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah, in 2006 it was option. In 2008, David Fincher of MTV. You know, in 2018, New Regency. Like, you know,
it's been tossed around.
No wonder I knew the face of the trade paperback.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, you know, kids, sexually transmitted diseases that turns them into outcast monsters who live in the woods. Okay.
I'm just gonna say that cover.
It's haunting.
It's haunting, but it looks like something else to me. But I'm not gonna say what it is out loud.
Well, like I said, kids and sexually transmitted diseases.
I'm just saying.
That's this story, and it's called Black Hole. Make of it what you
want.
Make
what you want. In '95, though, it came out right at the time when the Soundgardens came out with the song.
And yeah, it took like 10 years to complete this 12-issue series.
10 years?
It took a long ass time.
Oh, God.
It like, I can't even, man. Like, whatever, you know. Good for you if you've got a copy of this.
Transformers. Okay. Something's killing the children. The Muppets. All of them lost to Black Hole.
There's no way that you would have convinced me to put this on number one on anybody's list.
Well, it's number one this week, man. I can't do anything. That's the way the spreadsheet works.
Like choices, people make choices and decisions, and I would say those people are wrong. I would not have given it up to this book.
I don't know how it happened. It hit the points. It had the highest ranking points out of all of them. So.
I know, but like it's dumb. And like, well, let's review. What are the points?
The points off the recorded sales. It's the points of the fair market value.
What are the measurements? Mm-hmm. Right? Like how many sales do I have to have in a month to get the number one spot? Right? So to get so the way it works with the spreadsheet, and I'll show you a little bit more later. The way it works. Just give me the breakdown.
It's more than that, bro. So each category has a numbering system. Right, so the highest sale.
What are the categories?
The highest sales, right? So it has the highest sales. So that's in dollar amounts. So in dollar amounts, in 7-day sales, in 30-day sales, in hype level, right? in fair market value and overall, and in the trending list. So if it makes a trending list, that actually causes points as well. So you could, this one actually ranked at 116 points total, which made it the number one book from the list.
Okay,
I'll show you the spreadsheet.
Okay, like first of all, I'm going to take trending list out of the equation.
Yeah.
Okay, because you have to do something to get to the trending list.
Yes.
So highest sales at the 7-day and the 30-day mark. What else do I need before I appear on a trending list?
The fair market value, the cost.
The fair market value has to fluctuate.
So there has to be a level of fluctuation, and it has to also, it has something to do with actually the cost of the book. So when you think about it in this way, there's certain books, like let's just say a book is like the Mark Spears book, for example, $6 is the fair market value of that book, right? That's not going to cause an uptick of sales, right? But the sales are going to uptick. It's going to be easier to buy the book, right? As for $6, it's just easier to buy the book. So I could buy more of those. But that's the sales are what's going to cause that. However, if the book has a high sales volume, like if the book itself is going for $150, $200, that also has weight to it, because that means it's not going to sell as many copies. So the weight changes in that way. So if you could potentially have 5 sales, but if the book is at $150, those 5 sales, they get counted for, but not in the same way as a book that has $6 with 100 sales. So that's why the numbering system's a little different. Like I said, I'll show it to you.
Just like capitalism, this all sounds made up. All right.
Anyway, guys, there's your trending books for this week. Let us know in the comments, which books do you have? Share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. And pay attention to next week. Did Black Hole return next week? Or are we going to have some more Muppet goodness in our list? And will we see Transformers and something stealing the children back? I don't know. Possibly. That's always possible. With that said, Cliff, we never added any books to this week. So we're just going to hold out for these, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Unless anybody wants to add in it, we can find out something. But these are all Halloween.
They don't care. They don't care. They don't care.
I wasn't pushing it like that this week anyway. Because it's going to be a damn heavy box, man. So shipping on that cost. But stay tuned for next week. We'll be back next week. But pay attention to the weekend. If you are around and if you're up in the Poughkeepsie Fishkill area, we're going to be out there. We're going to be chilling. Me and Cliff are going to be hanging out together this Saturday at Icon Comic Con number 4, November 1st from 10 to 4 p.m. at the Fishkill Recreational Center. I'm happy that it's still 4 o'clock. That means I can get home at a good time.
And be home for the CBCA.
Well, I'm going to be home to see Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, because that's going to be more important than our Comic Book Community Awards. Okay, sure.
I want to see some
I don't
wrestling,
care.
man.
I want to see if we win. I
want to see some wrestling, man. Let me see some wrestling.
The only wrestling you need to see is me wrestling a freaking award out of somebody's hands if I don't win one. And
you know you're gonna win something because you probably told everybody about it. It's like, yo, you gotta vote for me. You gotta vote for me.
You gotta be careful. If you're spread too thin, it's dangerous. You gotta be careful.
See, go Punk. You see, Omni's talking. We finally agreed on something. Void Rivals. I picked up 3 copies at half price before they were taken off. Yeah,
that's right, Larry. That's right.
What's up, Black Spiders? All right. Thanks for entertaining me while I work.
It's true. He's working out in the garage. You know, we're entertaining him.
You on my list. You just made the list. What list is he talking about? Okay, guys. We will see you next time. And again, on Saturday, we'll probably be doing a live stream. Are we going to do it in your channel?
Yes. Okay,
so pay attention to Cliff's channel because
it'll be Comics and Coffee live
with no coffee.
Comic-Con.
You're gonna have coffee because I don't drink any.
Wait, do you want me to bring you coffee? Or do you
I don't want coffee. I don't drink coffee, man.
Okay, so I'm not bringing you coffee, but
We'll do.
I
We'll
am
have some tea.
supposed to. I am supposed to bring apple cider donuts.
Oh, apple cider donuts. Yes.
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 So,
So comics and apple cider donuts. That's going to be the rare occasion for the show because
no, I'll still have coffee.
You'll have coffee.
And
but apple cider
Phil
donuts,
might
man.
join us if we're lucky.
That's right. Maybe Anachronic Comics might show up.
I don't know if Joe's going to show up. He's too busy. Did he?
He shows up. He showed up in the last 2 years.
Right, but that was before.
And a certain DJ might pop up.
A certain DJ. The certain DJ is the reason I'm getting apple cider donuts.
There. Oh, you'll get it for him, not for me. Thanks, I appreciate it.
You're gonna get some too, but
he's a muffin guy.
I don't give a damn. He's my muffin guy.
He's a muffin guy. Well, he's your muffin guy. He's not an apple cider guy.
He told me he likes the apple cider donuts, and it's happening for him.
Now so he told you that, so I don't get any love. You're just bringing him because he's coming. Thanks.
You realize that, right?
I am.
You're getting some.
Yeah, but you're not bringing it for me.
Right, but now
you're supposed to bring them for me.
You're now going to benefit from him requesting.
Well, that's not how it works, man. It's supposed to give love to me first.
Well, you're probably going to get yours.
What's up, K-pop?
I'm going to see you first.
Oh gosh, we got to be there at 10 o'clock. So I got to be there
at least
9.
at 10 o'clock. What are you doing? Sleeping in?
I got to drive, dude. It's like an hour for me.
Drive. Leave the kids at home.
They're coming. No, they're coming. They're selling bracelets.
Good. Put them in the trunk. Whatever. Just get them. Just get your bug here. Make sure there's air in your damn tires, gas in your tank. Not like last year. Leave early.
What happened last year?
Was it last year where you like your car jackknifed or you lost a tire or some crap? Remember that?
No, none of that happened like that. That didn't happen last year.
Yes, it did. Something happened to your car and like it took you. You got there late, like at 12.
It was probably a flat. I probably had a flat.
Okay, you had a flat. The point is, those things happen.
Yeah, flats happen.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, make sure the tires are tight, the gas tank is full, be ready to roll early in the morning.
Well, yeah, the gas tank has to be full, man. It's an hour drive, man.
Okay.
I don't have to worry about the Easy Pass. There's no tolls.
I know, isn't that lovely?
I do love that. I love that there's no tolls. So, we'll see you guys next week, guys.
We will.
Then. Love you.
Bye.
Excelsior.
I think this is it. I think you're about to go home. Okay. All right. Look, thank you.
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 Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I never said thank you.
And you'll never have to. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess I'll see you.